Church. Some liberals think he's got a hole in his head because Obama's propaganda goes in one ear and then right out the other. We understand.
Hey, you darn. Vonomisis at your service here. Hey, folks, I got a one-paragraph explanation of Austrian economics I want to share with you here. I know we talk about it all the time here on the program, and people say to me, who are these Austrian creeps you're always talking about? Austrian creeps? What is this economic theory that you're always droning on about? Pretty simple. I get this from the Independent blog. A one-paragraph explanation of the way economies work. Now, I explained this to you 2 days ago, and it took me 3 paragraphs. I will work on my brevity during the Thanksgiving recess, ladies and gents. Here you go from The Economist magazine. A one-paragraph explanation of the Austrian theory of the business cycle would run as follows. Interest rates are held at too low a level, creating a credit boom. Low financing costs persuade entrepreneurs to fund too many projects. Capital is misallocated into wasteful areas. When the bust comes, the economy is stuck with the burden of excess capacity, which then takes years to clear up. Now let's run this exercise in reverse here, shall we? 2001 to 2007, were the interest rates too low? Check. Case seems self-evident from the Economist magazine for Ireland and Spain, where the European Central Bank was setting a one-size-fits-all monetary policy. By the way, I haven't gotten into the news here from Ireland today, but we're all Irish now, folks. The Irish people have had their identity and their sovereignty stolen from them by a central bank, the European Central Bank, the ECB. They're not going to get it back, not without withdrawing from their union. So what are they going to have to do? They're going to get a bailout. No, it's worse than a bailout. They're going to have to secede. Look at it that way. They're going to have to opt out of the European Union. Default. Tell Bonehead and the boys to do a benefit concert to try and pay some of it back. They're going to have to get out of their debt. 866-95-PATRIOT. Today is Free Phone Tuesday. The number to call the program is 866-957-2874. I mean, with the smorgasbord that has been served up here today, you people can't find a reason to call this show today. Just quit. Just throw your cell phone out the window. You don't need it. All right. Tomorrow is national. Hang on. Let's get back to cases. Tomorrow is federal. I hate saying national. Federal no-fly day. And from the We Won't Fly website, Steve Bierfeldt is with us. Steve, what's going on?
Good morning, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Well, this is the second time I've had you on this program. The first time I had you on, you had an incident with the TSA. Remember that?
I do remember. I appreciate you having me back.
Yeah. And let me go back through this for people that weren't there then. AG, I don't think you were around. Steve tried to go through an airport checkpoint with, of all things, cash. He had some cash money he had raised at a Ron Paul money bomb event or something to that effect. And the TSA guy, hey, what's all that money in that satchel? I don't know, dude. Is it illegal to carry cash in this country? You can't come through here with all that money. Where'd you get it? And, of course, Steve, being a good libertarian that he is, was like, screw you. I'm not telling you where I am. Am I under arrest? How did that ever end, by the way?
You know, it's funny. It did end, obviously. It went on for about a half an hour at the airport. I was detained. I was threatened with arrest, asked if I was a drug dealer, all those charges.
Right,
and unbeknownst to them, I had recorded the conversation on my cell phone. So it wasn't just my word against 6 police officers and TSA agents. It was a non-biased recording. And I actually ended up bringing a lawsuit against the Department of Homeland Security. There's actually an official case, Bierfeldt v. Napolitano, Janet Napolitano.
Yeah.
And we actually won. We ended up withdrawing the case with prejudice, which means we can reopen it if the TSA doesn't adhere to what they claimed. And the TSA issued a formal policy change to their employees in their handbook, stating that carrying cash and things not relating to security, you cannot be searched and seized for. So it was a victory.
Well, good for you. Now, you're trying to get another victory tomorrow. Tell the folks out there, the audience, a little bit about We Won't Fly's National Opt-Out Day. Is this civil disobedience at the airport, or is this just a statement of, you guys have gone too far, and we're not going to take it anymore?
Sure. Well, it's a combination of civil disobedience as well as education. We can go to the website WeWon'tFly.com. And what we're basically trying to do is encourage people who may not fly very often to educate them on what exactly these full-body scanners are. Basically, it's nothing short of taking a naked picture of you. It's a pornographic machine. If you opt out of that, you have to submit to an enhanced, as the TSA calls it, full-body pat-down, which is nothing short of basically sexual molestation. And if anyone else performed this on you, they'd be arrested. But the TSA, for some reason, we give them a badge and a weekly paycheck. So what we're trying to do is educate people on it.
But if the goal, though, is for enough people to, now correct me if I'm wrong, is for enough people to scream opt out to make the line so long and so unpalatable so that once people are educated that they can opt out, that the government is forced to reconsider its policy. I mean, as we were talking about this earlier today, Steve, the policy is compromised. The whole planet knows what's going on here. You're not performing a security measure any longer. Anyone that was trying to beat the system now knows exactly what to do and exactly how they're going to beat it. So the exercise that 10 million people are going to be put through tomorrow, opt out or not, is an exercise in futility. I mean, they're doing this for theater, aren't they?
It really is. It's just for show. And even this morning, actually, one of the department heads came out and said that in response to some of the concerns and in response to what he called expected protests, they were going to scale back the amount of people that they randomly searched. So, for example, if they randomly sent 1 out of every 25 people through these full-body scanners, now they'll send only 1 through 100 in a means to speed up the line. And that's a perfect example of, one, that our civil disobedience can lead to success, and two, that if these machines are so successful and so necessary for security, then why are these government agents saying, you know what, we're going to scale back our use of them? It makes no sense, and it's just theater, like you said.
Well, and there's theater, and it's conditioning. Let's condition the good little socialist out there to go through the machine because the government told him to or her to, under the illusion that, well, we're providing for your security, little boy or little girl. Feel good about it, and it's the same drill. You know, your conditioning leads you to drop your guard and then to not question things that you should be questioning. So the website is We Won't Fly. Now, there's no apostrophe in there, is there?
No, sir.
Okay, WeWon'tFly.com. Are you flying tomorrow?
You know, ironically, I'm visiting family in New York, so I will be at National Airport distributing literature. We actually have a bunch of people. We have flyers printed up. I've actually gotten all the permits from National Reagan Airport in Washington, D.C., and I will be handing out literature, letting people know what these machines do and what these enhanced pat-downs are.
All right, so WeWon'tFly.com. And let me ask you, because you obviously would have the stats on this. What is the traffic? What has the traffic been like on the WeWon'tFly.com website? I mean, in numbers here, you get hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, millions. What kind of traffic are you seeing?
Easily, I'm not the administrator, but easily hundreds of thousands since it went up even a few short weeks ago, and it's in the tens of thousands every day.
Okay, so, and I've been there. It's a pretty simple site here. Folks, yep. So tomorrow is National Opt-Out Day. And if you don't want to go to the porno scanner, you just say opt-out. And I wondered, did you see the video of the lines already forming at O'Hare on Sunday? This is before people were opting out.
Yes, I did see that video. It's ridiculous.
It is absolutely, well, so much of what this monster Mordor and the Potomac does is ridiculous. All right, Steve Bierfeldt of, well, can I say you're with Campaign for Liberty?
Sure.
I know you're with WeWon'tFly.com. You guys are all over the place, and with Campaign for Liberty. Good, best of luck to you, my friend, and we'll plug the website a time or two more, and hope to see you in February at CPAC.
Great. Thank you, sir.
All right, anytime. So wewon'tfly.com, folks. There you go. Now back to this Austrian economics thing. AG, let me bring you in on this. Did that make sense to you, that simple one-paragraph explanation of how the Austrians described the business cycle and whether or not using reverse engineering, reverse economic engineering, if you will, were they correct about the current crisis?
Yeah, you would think the economic theory is hard to describe so succinctly, but that was pretty well done.
And I have described it here the exact same way. Tom Woods, the great Tom Woods, our friend and author, calls it, he wrote books like Nullification, Who Killed the Constitution, Politically Incorrect Guide to American History. Woods calls it malinvestment. It's the same thing, and I call it malinvestment. And again, now, Mike, why does this matter? Because economics matter, folks.